All right, SmackDown is going to be having their tag team championships competed for at the Royal Rumble this year. It's going to be the New American Alpha. This is going to be Shelton Benjamin and, of course, Chad Gable going up against the Usos. This is going to be a really good match. Of course, a few weeks ago on SmackDown, we had a little bit of confusion where the New American Alpha, Benjamin and Gable, won a match and were awarded the tag team titles, only for a little bit of a referee snafu, where basically they said that they might have won the match, but they did not win the championships. Basically since then, they've been going out and they've been kicking ass. The Usos are a team on SmackDown which, in my mind, have been having really, really good matches for a long period of time. It's almost like they've been able to, really find that niche in WWE that they've been looking for over the last little while, because this whole Usos penitentiary day one-ish gimmick that they got going on right now, where they've sort of taken on the role of being more real wrestlers, I guess guys from the streets. I don't want to be saying like the streets profits from NXT, but these guys have just been going out there. They had their wars against New Day. I'm not really sure if these guys are baby faces or heels, but I don't think it really matters, because once these guys climb in the ring, Gable, Benjamin, the Usos, they're going to be going at it. They're going to be going at it hard. As of right now, I can honestly tell you the story about the member of the Usos getting the DUI. The Usos were both on Monday Night Raw. They were they were in the background of the card table deal that involved the Acolytes, Heath Slater, Titus Worldwide, MVP, the New Day. All those guys were there, and they were just sort of guys that were in the background of that scene. So I can honestly tell you, I don't understand why the one member of the Usos wasn't suspended for DUI. I don't know why WWE doesn't come down hard on that, but I don't think it's favoritism. I just think it's where they stand on that situation. And I honestly, in this day of age of not wanting the wrestlers to be involved in any kind of trouble at all, I would think it would be a lot like what the NFL does, where they would protect the shield. Being a wrestling fan for as long as I've been, I can honestly tell you that I'm rooting for Gable and Benjamin to win the championships at this show, but because of my time as a wrestling fan, I might be overthinking this, but so many times in my life I've seen title changes upheld at that moment, where you basically get the dusty finish, where a guy gets to pose for the championships for a minute before they really take them away. Normally, those guys don't go out in the rematch and win the title. I mean, that is the rub that they get, is that they held the title for that minute. They go out, they normally lose that next match, and then they move on to something else down the road where maybe they win the title. So I really want Benjamin and Gable to win the titles. I just don't really think it's going to happen sooner than later. I just think that I don't think it's going to happen at the Rumble. This should honestly be a really, really good match. Chad Gable's a guy that I've been rooting for a while. I'm glad that they were able to find Shelton Benjamin for him to continue on in the tag team leagues. I just am hoping that someday soon we'll get to see a lot of single stuff from him. Because as you can remember, right before Jason Jordan ended up on Monday Night Raw, Chad Gable, he answered the United States Open Challenge. He had a really, really good match against Kevin Owens, and this guy also had a really, really good match against John Cena on SmackDown that really blew the house down. And I'm sure they're going to see it. I mean, I'm not saying that this guy's going to be the next Bret the Hitman Hart that has a good long little tag run before he goes after the United States title and then moves his way to going after the WWE Championship. But it sure would be fun. I'm guessing because of the fact that these guys are involved in this match, they're not going to be involved in the Rumble. But you never could know. I remember this was like 2010, maybe even the 2011 Rumble, where it's always sort of mind-boggled me about how guys get entered into the Rumble, whether they just they have enough balls for everybody to pick one that's in the back, But it doesn't make sense to me, like when one member of the tag team is entered into the Rumble and the other one isn't. So it was like the commissioner comes up and says, I'm sorry, we only have 15 balls for each brand, so only one of you can pick one. But anything can happen here. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of fun stuff. And I think this tag match, I'm not sure if it's on the regular show or if it's going to be on the pre-show. I know that sometimes matches get planned to go onto the regular card, and then when they plan everything out the day of the event, sometimes stuff gets bumped to being on the pre-show. So we'll see what goes down with this one, but I'm looking forward to this one either way. It's going to be a good one, but I'm rooting for Benjamin and Gable, but I think the Usos are going to pull it out.